Hey friends, welcome to the Stationery Cafe Happy Hour. This is April from Penguins Creative, and we have Kelly from Kelly Love Letters here with me today. We're going to all talk about things in the stationery community, new products, fun things we own, and fun things we kind of want to add to our collection. How's it going, Kelly?
Oh, it's good. I'm pretty excited because April and I are just figuring out our life with some new recording tactics. So
Hey, no promises. We're just trying things out.
maybe this will sound better than it usually does. So if it does, we did it right, and if it doesn't, then we're still working on it.
Exactly.
So basically, April, when I went to Seattle, what was that, 2-3 weeks ago? I can't even remember. This was something I bought, this tiger sugar.
Yes, tiger
And
sugar milk tea.
Yes, and it was strawberry, right?
What? Strawberry?
I thought it was. Maybe it was marked wrong because it doesn't say it on here. And it probably doesn't say it in any characters there.
No, it
Well-
says brown sugar milk tea. That's the flavor.
Well, I was
You,
wrong.
you
Wait,
taste the
here's
strawberry in it?
Wait. That was some ASMR for you.
Oh, you just open it.
Definitely no strawberry. Definitely tasty, though. I don't know why I remember seeing that.
I think it must have been the other drink you were looking at because Tiger Tea, I think, is known for their brown sugar milk tea, and they have like bubble tea places around.
Okay, it's really good.
Country.
I recommend. What are you drinking?
I'm jealous. I just have an orange juice right now. Very refreshing and not in a mug. If that
Nice.
doesn't trigger Kelly. But I did have
That's right.
boba earlier today for lunch. I had
Nice.
jasmine milk tea. So jasmine green milk tea.
That's the best.
And then with like honey boba from Ding Tai
Oh my
Fung. So that was
God.
delicious.
Seriously, like jasmine milk tea, they had it bottled in Japan when I lived there for such a short amount of time, and I would get it like every day, and then they didn't have it one day, and I was like, where is it? And they're like, oh, it was seasonal. I'm like,
No, wow, that's seasonal.
it was so good.
How disappointing.
Anyway. So okay, what are we talking about today? Oh, well, can I start off by talking about what's happening tomorrow?
Or today as it comes out, because this comes
Yes.
out on Wednesday.
Yes, so in about, less than 24 hours, there is a virtual Sailor Ink show again that April got the first time, and now I was able to sign up because I did the trick that April did, which was like I chose like 2:30 on Wednesday. I'm like, okay, no one's gonna pick this one first.
Exactly. Everyone goes for like the first slot or the second slot or like the lunch slots, which
Yeah.
is natural because, lunchtime and stuff.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I just happen to like already be off work, so it's not a problem for me.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be, picking up some things for some friends.
It's your turn for the virtual ink show experience. And
Yes.
kind of like a pre-experience because they're going to the San Francisco Pen Show, right? But you will get to talk to Rachel and like
And Dawn.
Dom. I'm like trying to pronounce his Instagram handle, but I've kind of forgot.
Isn't it Gumby Dawn?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's gonna be so fun. What are you gonna ask them? Like, are you gonna be like, "Can I see the swatch?" Or are you just gonna be like, "Tell me your latest release"? Like,
Probably all of the above. I was talking to CY about what I would say, and I'm like, I want to just ask them a question and be able to look at their faces to see if like they have a poker face and I can see like a gut reaction.
nice.
Like, no, we don't have anything like that coming. It's like I can see through the lines.
Exactly, you get to see beyond the Instagram post. So
Yes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to just chatting with them, and of course I am a big fan of ink swatches, so I'm basically looking at variants of green is what I want.
that's what
Which is-
everyone does. Apparently, that's a theme. Last time too, they were telling me everyone wants green. Like for
Oh,
some
interesting.
reason, and ink shows, everyone just wants to see green, and like they've been flipping through all the green swatches. They had it handy because that's apparently what everyone asked. about.
Interesting.
I think it kind of like makes us like, who will want to like go through, sorry, boring blue swatches at a pen show like this? But
Hey, you know what? Well, I mean, that's fair. It's,
I'm
like
speaking from data here, like from experience. Everyone wants green because green is the best color.
I mean,
Yes.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong about that. Oh man.
Although I'm excited to see what 2 new colors they're gonna come out with for the 50
I
states.
know. For the 50 states, please be Washington so we can buy all of them.
Yeah, I definitely think one of them is going to be Washington, since they already like talked about it last time. They were like
They did.
polling
They had
us,
some chats.
Exactly,
And then they're like, what about Starbucks brown for coffee? And we're like, oh, we didn't even think of that.
I know. Well, I don't want like Starbucks coffee to be the representational coffee of Seattle, though.
I agree with that. That's what it would be associated with, though.
Nah, that's true. But like, I guess they wouldn't want a brand to be the associative thing to a brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to talk about the Blackwing pencils that just came out. The volume 64. They are beautiful neon colors, which of course piqued my interest right away. They feature a halftone design that's a nod to the 64 color palette utilized in some of the earliest comics, which is a quotation from the website. Don't sue me. And, so it's firm graphite, and I'm just very excited because I feel like it's been a while since there's been a Blackwing that was fun like this.
You mean like poppy, the color,
Yeah,
right?
That is what I mean. The Woody Guthrie one was really fun. I'm lying.
See, the thing with the Blackwing numbering, they always like, the numbers are not in order, and they're always just like a nod to a reference and stuff, and it's so confusing, and like it's so hard to remember which is which.
Yes.
But then again, I think some people think the same way with us and Hobonichi covers. Like, how can we say the exact names of Hobonichi covers?
Because we just know.
So I guess it's that way. Like, people who are into Blackwings will know exactly what it is. So did
That's
it like
true.
just drop today or something like that?
Yeah, my manager texted me and was like, Kelly, did you see the new Blackwings? And I was like, you saw it before I did. So I think we're going to order a bunch at Oblation because they are so cute.
I love the eraser color.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you can get the refill erasers and the point guards as well. Mm-hmm. That like correspond with some of the colors. Like the point guards have like a shiny pink, shiny light blue, and a shiny like highlighter yellow / greenish color.
Yeah, because the original eraser in the volume, like you have to actually buy extras of it. The original eraser is just this kind of like weird pukey yellow green. Sorry. It's kind of like a grayish color. I think compared to the neon color on the pen body, it was just too much of a like understated color. But then the replacement erasers are like the super bright, like the cyan, the magenta, and like the yellow color that goes through printing and stuff, like the 3 basic colors. It's so nice. Like I would like immediately switch out the erasers as soon as I get them.
Yeah, it's super fun. And when it said 64, the first thing I thought of was Nintendo 64.
That's funny.
But comics, video games, same thing.
I
same
wonder,
fan base.
Okay, I see. Okay, so I was like about to ask, like, why do they choose the firm graphite? Because I like the soft graphite, of Blackwing, and I wonder if that's like a thing in the comic world, like to use harder graphite for this, or maybe it's just me trying to like make it make sense or something like that. But
well, it says on the thing, it on the description, it's firm graphite is perfect for sketching a new character concept or writing a list of their superpowers.
Well, they can switch out that word for soft graphite or like medium graphite. So.
That's very true. Yeah, but I feel like for me, I do prefer the firm and extra firm.
Really?
Like all the time. I don't really like the soft.
Okay, I'm on the other end of the spectrum. Like, I love how buttery the soft ones are. I don't like the firm ones at all. Okay, I guess they have to appeal to both sides, you know? Like, if we... Oh my god, look at my shirt, Kelly.
Oh, it matches it!
I have 3 cats with the magenta, yellow, and the cyan color.
Oh my god, that's so cute. No, so, what was I just gonna say? It was about that. No. Okay, I lost it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Sorry.
It's gone from my brain.
I just like involuntarily matched the theme of what we're talking about today.
You're on it today.
So I think it's exciting, and it's funny because there's that Facebook group called the Raceball Podcast of the Raceball Podcast. And people in there are really crazy about Blackwings. Like, they love it. But then there's, like, 2 kinds. There's the one that's like, take a look at this new release. Drops it, right? And then there's the other kind, like, how dare you not spoil, like, put a spoiler alert thing. Because now I'm spoiled. I'm waiting for the subscription. Like, so I saw today someone was, like, reposting the Blackwing official announcement with all the images, and someone in the comments like, I wish you would like move it into like the comment section so I am like not spoiled, and now I'm mad because I saw what it's gonna look like.
I feel like you should stay off the internet if that's your issue personally. Like, that's kind of like when people were upset about like the Avengers Endgame, people doing it online. It's like, just don't go on Facebook for a couple days.
That's honestly what I think too. I feel like spoilers is just so
hard
to prevent, and it's just like if you know it's gonna happen in that group, like then why did you go check it if you know it's close to the release date or something like that?
Right.
Or actually,
right,
do they tell you the release date though? If they didn't, then maybe that's like kind of hard to prevent.
I think if you're a true Blackwing user, you know. You know when the
like,
release date's
from
coming.
the teasers and all that stuff.
You're like, all right, I'm feeling it. It's coming soon.
It's coming next week, something like that.
It is quarterly, you know, so it's like...
Yeah, so I think it was the people who had the subscription, they felt like it was spoiled, but to be honest, I felt like I would like love to see it and join the conversation firsthand.
Yeah. And it's like, I feel like if I was a Blackwing subscriber, I would be like, that's tight, let's go. I'm so hyped to get the mail now. Like,
that's true. And then like ramp up the anticipation for when you receive it in the mail. So I don't know.
I guess there's 2 types of people in this world.
And one that's wrong.
Oh, snap.
Just kidding. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that. Because sometimes I'm the other side. Sometimes I'm wrong. Most of the
I guess
time.
the true 2 types of people are the firm graphite and the soft graphite.
That's true.
I mean, okay, no. So I remembered what I was going to say about that. The soft graphite, to me, it's like, it goes dull so quickly after you sharpen it, and that bugs me. I like to have the sharp point.
The buttery smoothness, Kelly. I cannot endure like the scratchiness. It's just like me hating on the vanishing point EF, you know?
That's that's true.
I'm not a fan.
I love that we're okay. So it's another Team Kelly and Team April thing, just like the cereal.
That's completely different than the cereal debacle. Okay, it's on 2 different levels there.
Oh man.
I'm sure if we put up a poll, it's gonna be more 50-50 this time.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh man. So what's your new thing? This is exciting.
It's very exciting. And I like my heart skipped a beat when this collection came out. Not just for the coolness of it, but some emotional value in it as well. So the Superior Labor is already releasing their autumn pre-order selection. Like summer has just begun. Like we are about to meet like 100-degree this weekend, right?
I'm so not into it.
But then here we are, like let's pick some cozy autumn vibe, like bags from the Superior Labor.
I want to do that year round because autumn's the best season. But anyway,
It is nice. But it's a collaboration with Jim Thompson. Oh my goodness, Kelly. So
and I did not know who Jim Thompson is.
so let me tell you about it. Context. I grew up in
Yes.
Bangkok, Thailand.
Yes, which I
from
forget every time we
Age
talk
of 8
about you.
all the way to high school. Jim Thompson is pretty much a cultural iconic item growing up. When I have family visit or someone tourists come over, like Jim Thompson is one of those staple stores in the department malls that really like kind of like broadcast the Thai silk designs. So they have Jim Thompson Thai silk patterns for like household furniture. So as a family that lived there, we would have like luxurious Jim Thompson cushion things, like.
Ooh.
And then for like our aunts who come over, we would always take them to the Jim Thompson outlet and buy like nice little totes and bags. In fact, Teresa, my mother-in-law, had one with Jim Thompson on it with like the cool little fabrics. So think Mina per Honen, but the Thai version of it. They come out
I
with
love that.
exactly. They come out with super cool patterns year round that really has that classic like Thai kind of like royal look, and sometimes very hip and trendy with like the tropical leaves and all that. So seeing this, like I was just hit by like this arrow of nostalgia. Like when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, Jim Thompson, really? It's amazing. And so a little funny side story about the guy. So Jim Thompson obviously is an American name, but even though it's
Yeah,
a
I was
Thai
gonna say,
brand. So he actually was like, he used to be like an intelligence officer or something, and then like went to Thailand. Lots of expats in Thailand, by the way. Lots of foreigners
okay.
there. We call them foreigners, sorry, because like in Thailand, if you're white, you're a foreigner. And
Well,
so,
yeah.
and so
makes
basically,
sense.
he single-handedly revitalized the Thai silk industry around the 1950s because like through like promoting these colors, patterns, and like kind of help boost the economy in a way. But then like 50 years ago, he was visiting in Malaysia and then like vanished at the jungle, and they say it's like some like espionage or like assassination or something.
No way.
So he's pretty like everyone knows who Jim Thompson is in Thailand.
Oh.
But the fact that he just like vanished, eaten by a tiger, or who knows? Like it's interesting.
Oh my God. I like really want one of the true crime podcasts to like cover this. Maybe they already have.
Maybe they did. I think there was a documentary back in 2017, so you should go check it
nice.
out.
I
But
love that kind of stuff. I mean, not what happened, but just the interestingness of somebody disappearing. It's like,
I
ooh.
know. So he was like this successful businessman, and then just one day like disappeared. But anyway, Jim Thompson fabric is beautiful, and they picked the Superior Labor picked 3 patterns to kind of create their items around. So there's like the pen roll, there's like this wallet bag, like sling over the shoulder bag that really intrigues me. That I think if I were to pick one to buy, that would be the one. And then I think an A5 like notebook cover that has like the most, I guess, surface area of the Jim Thompson fabric. And
That's really nice.
these are
Oh, and
so
there's 3 different ones in the A5.
3 different patterns in total. So there's one that kind of has like these red little like squares in like a very geometrical shape, and then there's one that is like waves, and then there's one that's just kind of like webbings. They're all so elegant, like paired with the leather. So I just want to say bravo, Superior Labor. This is a beautiful collection, and too
It's
bad
super gorgeous.
I already have the pen roll, and I already have too many A5 covers. I won't be able to buy any of these. So the only thing I'm looking at is the wallet bag, but it's kind of pricey.
You did the William Morris Superior Labor. You messed up, April.
No, but I do like that one
kidding.
a lot too. And then in between all this like launches, they had those interesting color pen rolls, right? Like the orange
Yeah, oh
one,
my
the
God.
green one.
And the olive one that Job got. I
Yeah.
see you, Job.
It's just like they're just amazing. They're coming out like one after another. I've yet to even receive the one I pre-ordered. That interesting green one. Remember we talked about that minty green one.
Oh yeah. Oh, you pre-ordered.
I did buy some. I did buy it. I think I bought the pen case. Anyway.
Oh my God.
But I saw this first on the stationery selection, so check them out there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. April, I'm surprised you're not talking about the Hello TSL tote bag mini in the green.
What?
It's not, I don't think it's leather. It looks like canvas, but it's,
Oh.
oh.
Oh no!
But it's like that color
it's
that you
too
like.
olivey for me.
Oh,
It's fine.
oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's part of the collection too. And then they also have an indigo colored zip organizer,
Yes.
and the pen case if you're interested. But I'm really just here fangirling for the Jim Thompson. There's a competing brand for. I'm just like dropping some little Thai culture snippets here. There's a competing brand that also like highlights Thai soap, but then did it in a more affordable price point called Naraya. Naraya is the brand name. So if you go to Thailand usually, or Bangkok and as a tour, you will end up getting some Jim Thompson bags. And usually actually I have a makeup bag right here. That's by Jim Thompson. So I've had these all my life, and then you will either get it in Jim Thompson or you're gonna cheap a little bit and then get the Naraya ones for your friends and family.
Nice.
The Jim Thompson is for yourself.
Nice. That's awesome. That's so cool. I love learning these little snippets.
I think maybe this was my first foray into the stationery lifestyle, like the whole lifestyle item thing, Jim Thompson, but now it finally made it into the stationery tier.
Yeah, that is super cool. By the way, speaking of the superior labor, I just want to throw in there really quick. Oblation Papers and Press started carrying a few superior labor items, just so you know.
I saw. Oh my goodness. I think it was in the newsletter, right?
I think
or was
so.
it a Instagram post? I remember.
Oh, I think it was an Instagram post, and a customer came in who was so sweet, and she actually ended up buying 2 things from the from what we had, and I was like, oh snap, because she was like, oh, you guys have superior labor. I was like, yes, I knew this would happen. when someone knows
what is what, right?
IYK.
Exactly. Because you guys have the Hobo, right, brand with the leather items, and those are already pretty neat. And I think
those are good, but I mean superior labor though.
It's going to be a great compliment to it. You know what I think the superior labor was reminding me a little bit of lately? Gallon leather. You know how they come out with the brass ruler? The superior labor had a brass ruler too.
That was one of the things we got, and it's so pretty, and I'm like, ah.
It reminds me a little bit of the gallon leather style.
Yeah.
Just saying, but I don't have it with me right now. I was gonna do a show and see, but I kind of want that brass ruler from the superior labor because I don't have a brass ruler yet. Not even a Traveler's Notebook, Traveler's Company one. So
that's really weird. I feel like you should, but also you could come to Portland and you have I remember you have
the crappy Muji plastic sliced by my X-Acto knife ruler that I need to replace.
Batsu April. That's wrong.
Kelly just did an X at me.
Oh man.
All right, let's move on.
Okay. Oh, so this is actually really exciting. So this is another Oblation thing. I mean, it's not made by Oblation. It's made by this guy whose business is Landmarks Unlimited. He started out by making all these really intricate enamel pins that are kind of large. I think they're super pretty. They showcase different landmarks in Portland, hence the Landmarks Unlimited. He has one of Mount Hood that's really pretty, and all the bridges. So the thing that I'm talking about is he made Oregon Bridge washi tape. I think he meant to say Portland Bridge washi tape. I mean both, I guess. So the whole washi roll is just little pictures of the different bridges, because I think they do call Portland the city of bridges.
Exactly. I was about to say, other than the Rose City or something, the other nickname was the city of bridges because what is that river?
Willamette.
Willamette kind of runs through kind of cutting Portland in like two halves, and then there's just bridges across the whole thing where you want to go to all these places.
Yeah. And
East
so
and
like
west.
people that know that another IYKYK, but people that live in Portland are like, oh, that's so cool. And then, you know, tourists have been buying it. We've actually sold quite a lot of them, and they
Which is your favorite bridge?
whatever one is not the most trafficky at the moment.
I think I want to say like as a native close to Oregon person, which one's your favorite?
Here's another confession that I have to make as a Washingtonian. I don't actually know the names of all the bridges, even though I go across them all the time.
What is the one that someone drove off on like that really cold winter day?
That was the Glen Jackson. I do know that one because it's the one that goes from Washington to Oregon that I take a lot. I did not take it when it was freezing rain though, but that is really sad about those people.
I like the St. John's Bridge because that's the one closest to my parents-in-law.
Yeah. I think I like the Fremont.
What's the one that looks like very old school, very like rusty, and then has that like tall like mechanism that raised the entire section? I think it was the steel one, right?
Yes, the steel bridge.
Oh,
I
that's
think.
good. I walked over that one when I was touring Portland for the
yeah.
first time. It was very
I
cool.
have a feeling my mom's gonna listen to this episode and be like, Kelly, you don't know the bridges, and then she's gonna like make me learn all of them like on the spot. I can just feel it happening.
Feel it happening.
But so the thing about the washi tape is there's several different colors of background in the roll. So there's like buttercream, there's a salmon pink, there's a mint, and I happen to be able to get my hands on the mint one, so I'm pretty excited about that.
I like the buttercream one. It's so
I know.
buttercreamy. Food.
Yeah, I think the guy that runs this company is super sweet, and I think he probably didn't realize what he was getting into with the washi tape. And I have a feeling that it's going really well for him.
He needs to do like postcards and like,
Right?
stamps, wooden stamps. I feel
Yeah,
like you
stamps.
would use wooden stamps for each day you drive into work, right? Like
Yeah,
I
sure.
gotta cross that bridge again.
I just cut the washi tape by bridge and then like put it down on what bridge I took that day. Oh my gosh.
Nice. That's funny.
Yeah, I could make a bridge journal.
Bridge journal.
Let's do it. There's another excuse for a notebook. I knew I could find one.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. The things I thought about as I crossed this bridge today,
And then you write it in your bridge notebook. Yep.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes. There we go. All right. So my item I want to share came from Taiwan. It's from Deer Forest, that stationery store I kind of mentioned a few times already.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a set of frame stamps. So this took a while to get to me because I actually pre-ordered these with Nita, along with that story, the saga of the Shachihata Mikan stamp.
Oh, that's right.
That was like from like a few months ago where I thought I ordered, I realized I didn't, and then actually I did, and then so I ordered another one because I thought I didn't, but then now I have 2 Mikan stamps, so that's the short story of
I didn't realize that.
my Mikan saga.
Just sell the other one for like
No,
$50.
I'm keeping it as a backup.
Oh my god.
It took it so long. So anyway, along with that order, I bought these Deer Forest Studio, which is one of her own like kind of own designed frame stamps that comes in a little cute box. And these are one of her, I wish I knew the name of the owner, but it's probably in Chinese, one of Deer Forest's kind of original collection, because she actually came out with a lot of stuff since then, but this is one of the first few things in her offering that is like branded Dear Forest Studio. So you know how like when you make headings and titles in your journals and you just kind of want to highlight them with a frame, but
Yes.
you draw wiggly lines and it's crooked and all that. Well, now you have a stamp that does that for you because these are like
Yay.
hand drawn frames that are not super straight, but like has all these squiggly accents, like floral, like dot. You know that ring dot actually reminds me of Tambourine from Mina Perhonen.
Oh yeah.
So kind of like a circle frame with like little dots around it, and then some leaves. And so you can use it to like kind of do layered collaging. They're like
Oh yeah.
they're individual stamps, like kind of in a box.
It's very aesthetic.
It's very cute. It's very like cute journaling style if you want to add those things. And so it actually comes with one, two, three, four big frames, two smaller frames, and then three of these tiny like symbols. And I was so confused at first what these are for. So it has like these like kind of teardrop shape.
Is it to make your own?
And then
frame?
I later realized, yes, it's to do your own quotation mark. So you can like use these tiny stamps to kind of like, I guess, bracket the ends of your sentences or the ends of your header, like just by turning them like the other way. And it's so adorable. And I was like, oh, so this is what it's for. So now
I love it.
they're kind of like embellished brackets or embellished quotation marks. So
Nice.
I just love this set even more now. I've been using it kind of obsessively. So it's actually sitting on my desk instead of sitting with my other stamps in the shelf. So yeah,
It's super cute.
I
I
highly
like that.
recommend. It's really cute.
Can I use them the next time I see you?
I wonder if Yoseika has these. Probably
Oh.
they do. One of the, because I know Yoseika Stationery carries a lot of the Dear Forest item. I ordered straight from the source because I was doing that order. But you know, if I could get it here, I would totally just run to Yoseika next time. But
Yeah.
super
Well,
cute.
maybe I will.
All right. What's something you're looking at, Kelly?
Oh man. Okay, so I feel like this episode I've been talking about oblation a lot. I'm sorry.
It's like a full episode plug. We are in no way
Oops.
sponsored by
We're not
Oblation,
sponsored.
by the
I mean,
way.
I get paid by them, but not for this.
Exactly. I feel like this disclaimer should have come earlier, but
Yeah, oops.
we are totally not sponsored. I wish, but no. By the
Yeah, I know,
Oblation.
right? We're not sponsored. We just have an affinity for the things they sell, partially because I may be responsible for bringing this stuff in. But anyway.
Oh, because you've been like kind of like, come on, add this. We need these
Yes.
Japanese stuff. Nice.
Yes, so I was actually assisting Jennifer with this order when we were looking at, I don't even remember the vendor who it was, but basically
so
we got I know, oops, we got all this Japanese product in because we're doing this like Japan and the Rose City theme this month.
Cute.
And so we got a bunch of wooden stamps, and a lot of them are from Kodomo no Kao, which I'm pretty sure I've talked about before, and most of you guys probably know.
Kodomo no akao means little kid's face, you know, like little kid's smile or something like that.
For some reason, I knew those vocabulary words, and I did not put that together. That's really cute.
It's kind of like these stamps bring a smile to kids' face or something like
Oh,
that. Kodomo
that's
no kao.
adorable. Man, I should know that. So this one that I am sharing is like a really tiny, like, hand holding a fountain pen. That one's been pretty popular in the shop. We also got, we did get Shachihata ink pads. I'm super hype about it. But we also got, like, there's an ink bottle stamp that's really cute. There's some calendar stamps. I'm just excited that we got stamps. I'm just like, hey, this is making room for more stamps.
Tiny Japanese cute wooden stamps. I love it. You're like
Yes.
single-handedly pushing the Asian stationery renaissance into
I'm trying.
The prominent neighborhoods of Portland.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. So I was like, like a kid in the candy store when that order came in. I was literally screaming. And customers are like, what are you excited about? I'm like, everything.
So many cute Japanese stuff. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at the ink rubber stamp now. It's so cute.
Right? So cute. And there's like a little memo sheet with lines and a little cat peeking up, which is just so adorable.
And oh my god, so many Bandai washi tapes. Bandai
Yes.
is the
Oh,
one
I totally forgot about
that
that.
peels into individual stickers, so they're kind of known for that.
Yeah, we have a lot of those right now, just so you guys know. Not sponsored.
Oh my god, Tomoe River A4 loose sheet blank cream 52 GSM.
Yeah. We ordered like a ton of Tomoe River and only 2 different styles came in.
What?
Because it's like all back ordered, I guess. Everybody's trying to get their hands on it. So.
I see what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm just hype. I'm hype about Japanese products like every day of my life. So there we go.
It's kind of like you're trying to turn Oblation into Kinokuniya.
I mean, but better.
All right, you go, girl.
Throwing shade. Throwing all the shade.
Keep going at it. Nice. Well, okay. Something
Yeah.
I want, but I'm not
my
going to
God.
get because
But it's so cute.
I literally cannot. So, Kelly, I'm dying here because Bungujoshi does these like, they have the yearly big event, Bungujoshi Haku, the girls' stationery festival in Japan. Usually happens around the winter, right? But then like around summer, they do one in Nagoya, and which is a prefecture, or was it a city? Maybe a city, right? Nagoya is a city. And then they like do a petite version. And then this year, the theme is retro cafe. Like, come on. So you know they're coming at us, well, at the Japanese population. The melon soda themes, all the kitzaten, like all the retro cafes, the retro coffee shop, all the good stuff. So there's so many already. I was like browsing and just like crying because I can't get any of them because they are obviously like show exclusive items. So this one, you guys
Can
have
we
to.
Can we like pay someone to get it for us?
If they were in Tokyo, I'd be like hit up Esther, but like it's in Nagoya, which is like another city. So I don't think I
Yeah.
know anyone in Nagoya.
Also, I'm just saying, I think Nagoya might be a city and a prefecture because they do that a lot. Like Chiba City and Chiba.
I see.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm really bad at geography in my country and that country. So, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm neither resident of neither country, so I don't know. But I know I'm not going to be describing these items, and you guys can see it. So go on to Instagram and then check out the brand SAIEN, SAIEN, or check out the Stationery Cafe later because we're going to put on some screenshots. So this washi tape is a show exclusive. It features like stamp style, like a retro stamp style. With the cut the perforation, not really perforated, but just design wise.
Yeah, postage stamp style.
Postage stamp style, yeah, postage stamp. The pudding, the Neapolitan pasta, the lemonade, the melon soda, the pancake, the cheesecake. So all the cute little cafe stuff in a little postage style stamp pattern in a washi tape. I want this.
It is so cute, you guys. It's like. And they've listed everything in katakana, so it's kurimu soda and hottokeiki is
Hot
so
cake.
hot cake is how they call pancakes.
Yes, but way fluffier than
Yes.
the ones here because what they do is they beat the egg white to super puffiness, and then when they
Yes.
plop it on the grill, like the pan thing, and then it just like maintain its fluff and like airiness.
April, can we just like quit everything and go to Japan right now? Because
I want hot cakes so bad right now.
actually, I'm kidding because the weather's probably is terrible right now. So let's wait a few months.
I know, yeah, you're gonna melt in Japan right now.
I'm melting here right now. What are you talking about?
So Nagoya is also known for a lot of like retro cafe or like kitzatens. I think for like all you can eat and also like big portion food. Like Nagoya is kind of like a sleeper food city, I think, from all the Japanese shows I've watched from before. They always go to Nagoya for like the big portion ramen or like the
Oh my god, I
the
want to go.
the unagi like dishes and stuff. Anyway,
Oh my god, unagi.
so I just learned about this, but apparently there's this thing in Nagoya called Nagoya morning, and it's basically this kind of like breakfast thing that's in almost every cafe, and it consists of like a cup of coffee, and then some sort of toast dish. So either like your regular club sandwich with like the thick toast with salad and stuff, or what's more iconic, the one with the anko. So red bean paste splattered on a giant chunk of like thick toast, buttered, obviously, and then like top it off with another melting slab of butter, and then that's called the Nagoya morning with the toast and the coffee. And it's a iconic food meal thing to get if you go to Nagoya. And then so they turned that, SAIEN, this brand, also turned that into like a letter set, and I was like, I want that. I want to eat that right now. Like, I love the sweet and savory combo. And
Yes.
I feel bad for people who don't know the taste of like red bean paste.
Oh man, it's so good.
So good.
So I've had that. I have never been to Nagoya, but I've had the toast with the anko paste and the butter before, but it was inside of like a museum cafe, so it was like overpriced and not that good. And I'm like, man, I want to go get a good one now.
You gotta go to the retro cafes. Like, I feel like it's like served in many of those places. Hobonichi does this column that they do on their website called the Tokyo Sweets Shop. Kind of like a newsletter thing where they go to all these like sweets and pastry places. And one of the places they did kind of do like an article about is this type of retro cafe with the red bean paste on toast. And it looks so delicious, Kelly.
I
Like,
want to do it.
the toast is not your typical white bread. It's the Japanese shokupan, where they actually use like good material and milk to enhance the bread texture. So it's actually like, it has to be a thick cut too, to kind of be the carrier for this kind of food. It's just so good.
I'm so bummed right now.
And so I was just looking through the Bungujoshi feed, and then there's just like tons of melon soda items, tons of like red bean on toast item, and like tons of all these like nostalgic, even though I don't live there, nostalgic like desserts you get at like cafes.
Wow.
I'm
Let's just throw it out there for like,
Do we have any Nagoya listeners out there?
if we do, can you hook us up with a single roll of washi? Actually, I lied. 2 rolls of washi, one for me, one for April, and then we can share it with everyone we know, but only a little bit.
Only a little bit. So I think the event lasts from like July 1st to a certain point. Oh, what if I can get them online? Do you think they're gonna sell it online? Then I need to like go ask my friend who knows how to make like, what do you call it? Courier? No. What do you call like when you shop through those services? Anyway.
Yeah. Oh no, what about did you see the little postcards that say happy time?
I don't want to look at those. I know.
Oh, they're so cute. This is terrible.
I know, it's kind of like that letterpress style with like the vintage
God.
retro color theme.
I regret everything. I want all of it.
No, I want all of it. Seriously, like I in a way, I think we're lucky we're not there, because we would just be spending our life saving, going to like Loft and Tokyo Hands every single like week to grab.
I mean,
new
regardless of Bungujoshi,
Exactly.
I can tell you for certain that I did do that. So it's not a what if, it's a yes, that would be the case.
So I guess listeners, if you don't live in Japan, we're safe. We're like
Yes.
we're saving money. we're retaining our wealth by not
We're
being
saving
there.
we're saving money but crying.
But crying inside.
Oh my god, there's a Mabie washi. Okay, I'm maxing out.
Yeah,
of this now.
we're not gonna.
I can't even look at that.
look through that anymore.
Oh, I'm so upset.
So that's most of the bulk of what we want to talk about today. But as always, we wrap up the episode with a little bit more like fun things, interesting things. What do you have on there? You have a brand that I'm like, about.
I know. Okay, so I too am meh about this brand. Well, I don't know which brand you're referring to. So Monocle is a brand, and Leuchtturm 1917, of course, is a brand that everybody's familiar with. If you've even thought about Ryder Carroll, the bullet journal guy, Leuchtturm is like super popular notebook for bullet journaling. In my opinion, they have improved their paper over time. It's kind of comparable to Moleskine in the way that the notebook's laid out, because it's got the band. It's got
Unpopular opinion. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I feel like
Yeah.
Leuchtturm's trying to be the trendy Moleskine, but the thing is, they just can't compare. Both brands can't compare to any of the other notebooks that we use.
That is 100% accurate. And, Moleskine, of course, is like, every time a customer comes in and asks for Moleskine, I'm like, have you heard of Leuchtturm? And then they buy that instead, because I'm like, it's literally the same price, and it's 100 times better. Which isn't saying much, because it's Moleskine. But anyway.
Sorry, we'll never be
sorry.
sponsored by Moleskine. Seriously.
Probably not, and
Never.
I'm not sad about it.
And then when you've had the taste of MD paper, like, would you even go back to any of those? Like, that's why when people do
super
rankings and say Leuchtturm are like top, and I'm like,
You're wrong, but it's okay.
You're a bullet journaler, I guess.
No, I mean, to each their own, of course. But, okay, the cool thing is Monocle is a brand that I actually saw in Amsterdam. And I think they're German or something. No, I don't even know what they are. And it might be British. I'm talking out of my butt right now. So, we got this collection in at Oblation. Again, hey there. Sorry. But you can find it on the Leuchtturm website as well. And what's cool about this particular notebook is it looks like your typical Moleskine, Leuchtturm, whatever. You can open it up. There's dot grid. But then if you flip it over, you open another elastic, and then there's this accordion like pocket in the back. Mm-hmm. So it's really cool. And when they came in, I was like, and we got this display for it, and it looks really cool, and like everybody's talking about it. I'm like,
so it's kind of like an organizer and like a planner, 2-in-1 sort of stuff.
Yes.
Nice.
And I like almost bought one the other day, but I was like, I
Just
don't
like
know.
I told you to step on the brakes with the Jeepin on discount. Like, Kelly,
Yes.
no, you have so much better choices as of now. Because I'm saying it to Kelly because she has a lot of notebooks. I don't want her to get another notebook. But if you want to try it out as your first notebook, I'm like, go for it. And by the way, you were wrong. It was based in London but founded by a Canadian.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then I'm all about Canadians. Let's hear it for Canadians.
But it's also, I guess, a British brand, so you're kind of half correct.
Yeah, okay. I'm sort of right. But they're actually the notebook quality. We did check one out as a tester for the store because I had to know, like, is this good with fountain pens? Can I tell customers it's good? And it is actually really nice. It doesn't bleed through. It's like hardly ghosts. The paper's pretty smooth. I like it, but I also have 1 million notebooks, so. And one of my customers who's a regular, Jolie, shout out to Jolie, she's amazing. She bought one the other day with the anticipation of taking it to Italy because she's traveling to Italy.
Oh, perfect. She's got
you
the
can,
pockets. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm like, that is super dope. I love that. So, just if you're interested in weird contraption-y notebooks, this might be for you.
Nice. And for me, to kind of end it, my news is Jetstream having a very cool campaign recently called Happiness Color. And they kind of like revamped the exterior, colors of their popular Jetstream series. So the one with the single color and those 3-in-1s and 4-in-1s. And then they, basically came out with these kind of trendy colors that they say brings you happiness. And I think they're trying to reach the female market, obviously. All the promo photos were all like held by nail polish woman hands like holding it.
Of course.
But
yeah.
when you name a pen these colors, like why wouldn't you buy it? So the single color one's super cool, just like full body is just that single color: cream peach, milk cocoa, pistachio yellow. Like, yes, yes, and
Yeah.
yes.
The only reason why I wouldn't buy it is if the ink is not the same color, which I think it's just black because
Yeah,
it's a
it's
jet
just
stream.
black. You basically,
Womp.
do your own thing. I'm not a fan of ballpoint pens. Like, I would prefer Uni's gel pens.
Yeah.
But if I could, like, jigger, is that a
Ooh.
word? A
I
gel
think
pen.
that is a word.
A
Yeah.
gel pen insert into this, I would love to own these pen bodies.
Yeah, they're super cute.
And then the 3-in-1s are in smoky blue, lavender gray, garnet red for the more of the mature crowd. And I
Yes.
think they're really, really pretty, especially the garnet red. Like that lady with the red fingernails holding it is just like
She's on point.
luxe. And then obviously the 4-in-1. So they are kind of like a matte body finish. So it's really, really nice. And I think no wonder they're called Happiness, and I think they're doing really well. It's a limited release since the 16th.
Of course it is.
So we may or may not see it pop up on Tokyo Pen Shop, I feel like.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That's where I usually look first for these special ones.
Like, to be honest, like we just said, I'm not really that fond of ballpoint pens either, but I am drawn to the lavender gray, or gray lavender. What is that called?
Lavender gray, yeah.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
The cream peach is so pretty. Like the cream
I
peach
know.
next to the pistachio yellow. Ah, my two favorites.
I just want
Kinda
those
like
three
color
colors
combo.
together.
That looks like a dessert or something.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Anyway. And Uniball, I didn't want to like share it in this one because I'm writing it in our Patreon newsletter. But Uniball 1 is coming out with some cool limited colors as well. But you can find them in the Patreon newsletter if you are a patron.
Boom, got him.
All right. Well, that's it for today and this week. We love sharing fun stationery news with you guys. We love hunting down cool new things to kind of tempt ourselves
true.
with each week. And you can find us on Instagram as The Stationery Cafe. We have a website, thestationerycafe.com, and then you can also support us on Patreon for Kelly and I because we make extra Stationery Cafe content over there.
It's true. We're currently whipping up the newsletter for June, and it is gonna be really awesome.
I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what you do with it. Well, I'll talk to you next week, Kelly. Bye.
All right, bye.